Hey guys, today we are doing the October Shop My Stash and I'm like super excited. I'm a fall girl, yes, basic, but yeah, big fall girl. I'm pretty amped for October. I'm just ready for like a complete change of vibe, and I mean, who isn't? You will notice that a lot of my products are very berry toned because I'm really feeling that vibe right now, and I'm not really being shy with lipsticks this month because I feel like for the past couple months, like not really going out a ton, not working in the summertime. I didn't really see the point in like bringing out crazy stuff because it just didn't fit with the vibe, but I'm making up for it now. I really am trying to cycle through my entire collection and get a real feel for everything and make sure nothing's getting neglected. I'm always trying to shrink my collection down. A lot of this stuff is older, so I want to make sure that it's still worth keeping around. I'm not like super strict at all when it comes to expiration dates. I do like to use my stuff as much as I can and not be wasteful like that just because the packaging says it's expired. I don't always believe that stuff, but do what you want. I know everyone's different. It depends on my comfort level with the product itself. Let me show you my products from last time real quick. All right, so these are the products I picked out for last Shop My Stash, and I still like everything here. This really interesting teal shadow, that's an Ulta shade. I decided I loved using that best as an eyeliner, as a crease shade as well. But not like a really blown out crease shade. I am thinking about rolling this into this Shop My Stash. This is the NYX shade in Perfect. This is a little bit older, or a lot older in my collection, and I really actually love this color on me. I think it's like a really pretty fall color. My Shop My Stash has really made me appreciate this a lot more, and yeah, I got a lot of use out of it this past month, and I feel like I want to continue it since it is such a great like color for the fall. Got good use out of everything. Let's just move into the October stuff. So for eyeshadows, I decided to pull out the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I know most of us are pretty familiar with how this one looks. Lots of browns, some like purpley tones in there, and yeah, I want to get more use out of this. I've had this for like 3-ish years now. A favorite of mine. I don't have a ton of palettes, but I haven't used it in a while. I definitely want to get more use out of it. I know I use it often, or I have in the past, but I feel like for having it as long as I have, I feel like I want to see more usage out of this. Dips and stuff like that. I like that little visual of I use my makeup, so trying to get to all of them at some point in this month. I don't think that will be hard to do. I can easily knock out 3 of these colors in a day if I felt like it, but yeah, bringing that one in. The Take Me Back to Brazil palette is something that I associate with summer, and I feel like I just pulled it out recently, but the reason I want to pull this one out again, I do want to create a certain berry tone. I did try playing around with it the other day by mixing like this red color right here with this purplish color, and I ended up creating the color that I wanted. So that was kind of handy. I'm not saying I want to use this whole entire palette, but those 2 colors I do want to use and make that berry color that I really was kind of wanting in my collection without having to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull this out again just for those 2 colors. Some singles that I've pulled. This is the shade Cranberry by MAC. Definitely going with that, you know, berry theme. This is such a pretty color. It's definitely appropriately named. So it's like that. It's like looks kind of reddish pinky, and it's just beautiful. Yeah, it's a good one. This is the time to do it, right? Actually, November would be really good because of like cranberries. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This is the shade Coquette by MAC. It's almost like a grayish olive type color that I used to use a lot more when I first got it years ago, but haven't really used it much since. So I definitely want to get some use out of that. Maybe as an all over lid shade, crease shade, whatever. Mix it with something in my chocolate bar palette. Lots of options with this one, and such a great color for this time of year. Love it. Also MAC called Ochre Style, which looks like this, and this color is different. It's kind of like a, dare I say, pukey yellow. It's like a pukey yellowish tan. That's a very unattractive way to describe this, but that's the only way I can think of. And I feel like at one point I was kind of using this and liking it, and then I couldn't make up my mind if I like really liked it on me or thought I did. So I figured this kind of is like a fall appropriate, you know, summer fall type of shade, and I definitely want to see how I feel about this color and see how it works with other shades and if I actually do still like this or not. Queen Tiffany, I feel like this was like a popular one. Like a lot of people had this color back in the day. They might even still. I can't ever remember how this looks on me. Every time I put it on, like I'll bring it in at some points and wear it and then forget how it looks on me. I don't think it comes off as dark as it looks here though. It's pretty sheer. I mean, that's definitely a wearable, unintimidating shade of like a tannish brown. So I'm thinking it's pretty versatile. I can never remember. Maybe it's just so nondescript. I want to see if it's worth it. These guys, oh my god. These are from Victoria's Secret. I have no idea if they still sell makeup. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Kind of picked these two up because I thought the colors were really pretty. And I'm actually wearing this on this shade. This one is called Plum Passion. And I have this on my lid right now. And this one's a little bit deeper. This is called Pedal to the Metal. But they're actually really pretty. Two of my favorite eyeshadows, believe it or not. You don't really see shadows being sold like this anymore, but yeah, I love these and I really want to get some use out of them. They're still really good despite being older. But yeah, I really appreciate them. I have the Almay Intense Eye Color Liquid Liner in Brown Topaz, and I quite enjoy this. I have spoken about Almay before in another video, like my collection video, and it's not a brand that like today I would ever like, I bypass that stuff in the drugstore. And I always wonder like what their deal is. I don't know who's buying that stuff anymore. It's just like kind of nondescript. It kind of just like fades into the background. But I do like this eyeliner though. I mean, for all the blah-ness of Almay, like I can't hate on this, but I want to get as much use out of this as I can because it is getting older. I have MAC Prunella, which is one of my favorite eyeliners. Beautiful, beautiful color. I would definitely repurchase this if I ever run out of it. It's just one of my favorites. And an Avon eyeliner called Dark Brown, and this is a very flattering, just a plain brown eyeliner. It's like really dark brown, and it's just one of my favorites. I know Avon's like one of those brands. It's like, really though, like, but you know, because you think of like your mom or grandma back in the day when people used to sell Avon, but you can't hate on like their good products. Their good products are really good. So okay, I talked about these Laura Geller eyeliners before, and I feel like I didn't get to use these enough last time, so I'm bringing them back this time. And I still don't feel like I am 100% sure on these. I did not use this green one enough, called Hocus Pocus, very appropriate for October, but I just felt like I really wanted to get more out of this. These are definitely like, yo, like they've been around, they're old. But I just feel like I can't let go of them yet. I really need to make up my mind about them, but I still like it. I think I love it. I don't know. I just need to use them. That's the bottom line here. And if I feel like they're just kind of too bulky and more of a pain than it's worth, then maybe I'll declutter them, but we'll see. Maybe this month will be the month that I figure that out. Maybe not. Does Benefit even sell eyeshadow anymore? Like, I don't even know. And it's called Where There's Smoke. Such a pretty color. I definitely want to wear that in my crease. It was one of my favorites back in the day too, and I definitely want to pull that back out. So that's what we're gonna do with this guy. Cute packaging. Look at that. It's got like little birds flying around. It's so cute. I don't have a lot of bronzers in my collection, to be fair, but I feel like I recently used this. I'm pulling this one back out again because I feel like I can hit pan on one or two of these. I feel like it's really close. You can kind of see sort of the rings underneath. I don't use this palette for the top part because I just feel like I have other powders and stuff, but something is making me want to use these on the top. One of them's kind of like a very, very low-key highlighter. I don't really use this. It's funny because this is one of the main reasons why I bought this palette, because of the yellow, you know, like that popular like yellow under eye setting powder, and I never use it. And this is kind of just like a translucent setting powder, and this is like another type of highlighter down here, and I just want to get use out of the top of this too, in addition to trying to hit pan on the bottom this month. I might not. It's like kind of like an unofficial project pan. I like that I can like mix the colors together. I do that a lot. I find that is the best way to get as much use out of this as I can. Like, I'm wearing this today, so I love it. I really enjoy this, especially now that I cleaned it off. I like it even more. It's not like dumpy looking, so that's cool. For brow products, okay, so Dip Brow I used last time. I still want to get some use out of this month. This is really hard to make a dent in, to be perfectly real. Like, I feel like I've had this forever and that's how it looks. So I still want to use this. And in addition to that, I have the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil that I've been enjoying. This has kind of been the replacement for the Anastasia one that I used to have, but then finished. So it's just like that. And I like this. I find that this is really good for the price. I can't complain so far. It's pretty good. So this one is in the shade Java. Continuing with blushes, I picked out, these two are discontinued Milani ones, which is a little sad because they are gorgeous, but this one is the shade Red Vino, which I tend to not wear a lot like in the warmer months. I don't know why, but it's not as frightening on the skin as it appears, but I wouldn't use a super heavy hand just to be safe, but it is a pretty color. I just need to use it more. I am trying to really go through all my blushes and explore them again, especially ones that I don't really wear a ton, like this one, Fantastico Mauve. This is just like a purplish type of blush. It's really pretty. One of those that I don't wear a lot because I just don't. It's one of those colors that I mean, when I think of blush, I don't think of purple, but I do actually like this kind of color on me. I just need to pull it out and be more conscious of using it. I have the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Apricot Berry, and I have a couple of her blushes, and this is what I'm wearing today on my cheeks, and I absolutely love this. And it looks scary kind of in the pan, a little intimidating, a little dark, but it wears, like you can see it on my face right now. It definitely, the pigment is nice, and I love it. Again, one of those shadows I don't really wear most times during the year, except for like winter time. So I definitely want to get as much use out of this as I can. And this Wet n Wild blush called Strike a Pose Rose is old, and this is also another beautiful blush. I love this. I use it often. You can kind of see the rings underneath it, like kind of, but it's gorgeous. This is the least shimmery blush that I'm bringing in this month, so I definitely want to get use out of this because I like to have, in addition to like the glowier blushes, I want to have something that's a little more like cash, if you will. So pulling that in, I also brought in Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. This is a translucent powder. It has like a very light tint, peachy tint to it. I always say it smells like Quaker oatmeal, like the peach flavored kind. So, but I like this a lot. This is a nice setting powder. Sometimes I use it on its own. Sometimes I like even layer it over like a tinted powder. I haven't used this in a while. And I just feel like it was just time to rotate the other one out. The Avon powder I've been using, I'm gonna keep using this. Not really a big deal, but I just want to get more use out of that. So along with the Peach Perfect, I am bringing in the Primed and Peachy Too Faced Primer, and I really like this, but because of Project Pan and using the Smashbox Photo Finish sample, I've kind of neglected this one for a little bit. I always said I never noticed like the cooling effect of this, but I think after using the Smashbox one, I definitely have felt more of the cooling effect after using one that doesn't have one. So that's just something I want to make note of. But yeah, definitely want to get more use out of this because it is one I really enjoy. I didn't even get to the lipsticks yet. Holy crap. Okay, so for lipsticks, I'm gonna try to fly through these. I have two lip glosses. I have this Buxom Lips lip gloss by Bare Essentials. One is in the shade Dolly. This one is definitely up there in age. It's up there in age. I've had it for a long time. Like a lot of it has been used, but it's one of those products that I really need to finish up. I might just keep this out till the end of the year and see where we're at with that. I also have the NYX Butter Gloss in Praline. This is one of my favorite formulas, and this color is really nice for fall. This is the shade Praline. Beautiful color. I love how these smell. They smell like graham crackers. It's just really pretty. It's like that. It looks like a nude, a little bit of a deeper nude on me. Very pretty, but very wearable, very comfortable formula. I have two MAC lip liners that I picked out Oak, and which looks like this. This is like a very like a very light tan. Actually can wear by itself or like base it underneath. I've worn these two together. It's a nice little combo. The other color I pulled out was MAC Half Red. This is just like a medium. It's more of like a nudish type of red. I can't explain it, but yeah, that it looks like that. Definitely a nice color. Need to get more use out of it. This really old Buxom lip product. This isn't the color Bear. They definitely don't make this anymore, and I'm running out of swatch space. I'm just gonna go to this side. It looks like this. Very pretty, nice fall shade. This is Lorac, the color Sangria. My mom got this for me, so I want to take advantage of this color. I thought the way I remembered it was that it was more like mauve colored, but it's actually like pretty it's a berry shade. Like I wore this yesterday and it stains your lips. It's a glossier formula of lipstick. This is a lot of lip products and I ain't playing. I told you I wasn't playing. So this is Cargo Venice, my mom, another one for my mom. Not sure how I feel about this. It's just like a red, glossy red shade, and I definitely want to play around with this a little bit to make up my mind if I really need it in my collection or not, so we'll see. This one is called Elf Wine Tour. It is a purpley color. Do you see that? It goes with my berry theme, so that would be really pretty. Have to decide how I feel about this formula though. I don't remember if this went on like evenly or if I like the finish, so that's why we're doing this, pulling it in to find out. And this one, this lip color I'm wearing today, this is an old Bare Essentials lipstick that they definitely don't make anymore. I feel kind of like weird talking about it because it is super old. Definitely one of my favorite lipsticks. It's very pretty for fall. It's called Plum Brulee and it's on me. I'm not gonna swatch it, but love it. It's just old. You know, it's one of those things that I probably should let go of. I mean, like, I feel totally fine wearing it right now, so I'm definitely going to try to use this a whole bunch this month, and I do want to get more use out of it. And I'm not going to say much about foundations. I don't have a lot of foundation, but these are the three that I'm using. The Infallible by L'Oreal, the Pro Glow, the e.l.f. Flawless Satin. I kind of like mix these together to create like the shade that I want. The e.l.f. one is more matte than the other two, but like I mixed these two together today and that's what's on my face. But the Wet n Wild concealer that I talk about every single Shop My Stash as my under eye concealer, sometimes even spot concealer depending. I always use this every time, as well as like two other concealers that are on my dresser, which I forgot to bring over here, but this video is already really long, but I always use the same concealers. I only have like 3. Oh, and one more thing, my mom got me this mom with getting me makeup, let me just say, she got me this PYT Beauty. I don't know too much about this brand. I've heard about it like a little bit. Very natural looking highlight. I almost want to say it's like a blush topper. Yeah, it doesn't really turn up like a strikingly blinding highlight at all. I mean, here you can kind of see it reflecting a little bit. It's very natural looking, like a little bit glowy. It says no BS. The shade of this is called Front Row. Like my mom like literally just like gave this to me not that long ago, so I don't know what the whereabouts are of this. I want to say this is like a drugstore brand. Again, heard of it here and there a little bit, but I don't hear it talked about a lot, but I feel like I've heard of it. I'm wearing a little bit of that today mixed with the highlighter from this palette, so very natural. It's not like a in your face type of highlight, which is fine for me because I kind of like something a little more toned down, but like with a little bit of glow. So far it's all right. And for mascara, I almost forgot to mention these. I only have like 3.5 mascaras because one's like a little sample, but I did want to focus on these two. This one is the Almay Thickening Mascara. This is a favorite, again with Almay. You know my thoughts on that brand, but this, can't deny it, this is a really, really good mascara that I always loved, so I want to make use of this one because it is a bit older in my collection. And also the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, which is really, really good. It's a favorite of mine. Love the packaging, it's really cute. I enjoy this one a lot. Before I forget, I also have perfumes that I am bringing out to use this month, and I kind of veered away from perfumes for a little bit because I just felt like it was maybe too much for me at some points. I have them and I might as well use them, and I have been enjoying them. So the 3 fragrances that I'm pulling out, I've had these for a long time and I really want to get more use out of them. So one of my favorites is Victoria's Secret Intense perfume, which I bring out. My husband got this for me at my hinting a couple years ago, and this is just a really nice, it is a little bit sweeter of a scent, but it's a warm kind of sweet scent, so I really enjoy bringing this out. And I'm not like the best with notes, but I think this is like a caramel, like berry caramel type of scent. I don't know, it's a nice one. And again, it's more for like, for me personally, I like using this more this time of year than say spring or summer. So I'm pulling this one out and seeing how much use I can get out of that. It's just, I love it. It actually is like a little tassel that hangs from it, like a black tassel, but I take it off because it always falls off. The Juicy Couture Old School Perfume. Oh my gosh, this thing is like, it's so old. Very distinct scent. I still like it, and I'm still gonna use it, so. And also I have this, I don't know, this is, to me, this is kind of old school too, because this kind of speaks to that time period too, way before I got engaged, you know, all that stuff. was living at home doing my thing, and this is the Calvin Klein Euphoria. Do any of you guys have this? I feel like this was like my going out fragrance. So I haven't really used this a lot at all, like in the past couple of years, because I really associate this with that time, but like in a very like sultry, like going out kind of way. And you know me these days, I don't really go out that much, like at all, like if ever. And I'm like, why am I only saving this for like those times? You know what I mean? Like I've been using this during the daytime, and I'm not like spraying the hell out of it, but I just kind of do a little spritz, you know, and it just makes me happy. It does. So I think for those reasons, it's totally worth it to bring out these perfumes. And again, I have a whole bunch that I'm trying to cycle through. And yeah, I love it. So I'm going to keep using these three, especially this one, because I want to get more use out of this. It is pretty old, but it doesn't smell off or anything. It smells pretty good still. And it's really bringing back my love of perfume again. I don't want to buy any new perfumes. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just kind of using up the ones I have and enjoying those, like, and yeah. Okay, that was a lot of product. Really feeling the berry vibes, and let me know what you think. Do you tend to wear the same things all year round? Do you switch it up a little bit? Let me know. Leave a comment. Definitely please like and subscribe. Would love to have you join. Just want to give a hi to all those who recently joined. It's really good to have you along. I will see you in my next video, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.